All right, let's dive into our first topic here, guys. The NBA playoffs are in full swing. Crazy games every night, highlight-worthy performances, and purely can't-miss moments. Whether it's a game-winning shot, a breakout play, or a 20-point comeback, there's never been a better time to get in on the action. FanDuel makes it easy to stay in the game before tip-off and live with player props, performance trends, and same-game parlays. Fans have more ways than ever to play smart and win big. If you're new to FanDuel, it's the perfect time to sign up. Head to FanDuel.com/UCSS and place your first $5 bet. If that bet wins, you get $200 in bonus bets. You can make every moment more with FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. Before we dive into how the Cavs can rebound for Game 3, the 2-minute report came out last night.
Oh, my God.
From the Cavaliers' collapse against
First
Indiana.
of all,
let me just set it up, then you can take it away.
Set it up. Here we go.
The 2-minute report came out, and in the 2-minute report, the NBA officials confirmed they missed 3 calls. On the first lane violation, Steve, if you want to take this full, this should have been a double lane violation. Nesmith, 3 Cavs, Ty Jerome, everyone is in the lane before it should have been. Then in the other free throw, the one Halliburton missed, that also should have been a lane violation. And Donovan Mitchell should have been called for a 3-second defensive penalty with 15 seconds left. None of those 3 were called. There were a lot of people on Twitter then blaming the referees as the reason Cleveland lost the game.
No, that's a lie.
That's the loser's mentality.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Thank you.
Go
Did
back to that other. This right here is why they lost. If Isaac Okoro did what he was supposed to do and boxed the shooter out, he would have stopped Nesmith from cutting down the lane, and they would have never had the putback dunk to begin with. I don't know why they decided to double box out Miles Turner and why he didn't just box out the shooter. I'm confused.
Isaac Okoro in that situation would never box out the shooter, just a heads up.
I don't care what the referees did or didn't do. You're up 7 with 47 seconds to go.
Win the game.
That's it. Nope. If you are talking about the refs, first of all, I don't know why the NBA does. What is the benefit of doing these 2-minute reports?
The players hate them because of exactly this.
What's
they
the
say
point?
It's accountability, but is it really? The league views it as accountability of saying, we blew it, we got it wrong. And the players are like, okay,
so what are they doing?
What?
Yeah, what they doing about it? Okay, you got it wrong, so
that's
it. What do you want to do about it?
That's it. Hand up. That's on me.
Then that's meaningless.
Beyond the obvious of, you'd have to be a fool to think the referees cost the Cavs this game. If you went through the whole game and with a fine-tooth comb for all the missed calls, there'd be 100 in every game.
That's every sport, though.
Yeah, but especially in basketball, because they never call travel, they never call double dribble, or almost never. I mean, it's got to be beyond obvious for them to call it. There's probably, who pays attention? Oh, everybody's an expert on lane violations now. Who ever pays attention to that? My guess is there's a lane violation on half the free throw attempts.
Probably more.
Right? Probably more. I mean, so all of a sudden, the lack of a lane violation.
Was it the ref's fault the Cavs couldn't get the ball across half court in the final minute of the game? Was
No.
that the official's fault?
No.
Was it the ref's fault that Ty Jerome can't catch a pass from Max Strus on an inbounds play?
No.
Was that the official's fault?
Yeah, no.
Then shut up. That had nothing to do with why they lost the game.
I mean, it's just patently
I
absurd.
can't. Didn't y'all win and watch the Celtics lose last night? And
Man, did you
I'm
guys
just
see the
sitting
end of
there
that
like,
game?
man.
No, kids had a band concert. I didn't see any of the Celtics Knicks.
Did you see the end of it?
I definitely watched the end of it.
I'll tell you, first of all,
Bridges don't do a thing, but that boy with 2 seconds left is like Ron Artest on defense.
Before that, first of all, Jalen Brunson
He's a beast.
I mean, this guy I know he's a top, 10 player, 15 player in the league?
Yeah.
You taking him over
But
Donovan?
he just takes his game up another level.
You taking him over Donovan?
I don't know. I don't think
game.
so.
They're both. They are both terrific.
They're
players.
both in the same class of player,
Yes.
right?
Hey.
In the same group. But were you watching the end of the game, Mike?
I caught the end, yeah.
They gave him I don't know. I mean, I know he's a great player, but it was such an easy look.
Yeah,
talking
they
about?
did not defend that well at all.
On the Jalen
Not at
Brunson basket that gave the Knicks the lead with whatever it was, 15
No, I thought he
seconds?
shot
15
free
seconds.
throws, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Do you think the one before?
The one
Yes,
before,
the one before.
Yeah.
And then, but even the shot he got fouled on, it was a pretty good look. But anyway, he makes the free throws.
Yeah. So We're on agreement though. Anyone blaming the ref, it's just loser mentality.
Yeah. If you blaming the ref, you was up 7. You shouldn't have lost the game.
Real quick, with Tatum put himself in a bad spot for that last shot because he had 3 guys around him.
Jason Tatum stinks.
But that was great defense by the Knicks. You got to give him credit.
Jason Tatum stinks. He is who I think he is.
Like, you figure, Mike, in that scenario, he's going to get fouled.
He faded away.
But they were great. Yeah. They were straight up, and they just knocked that ball away, and that was
exactly who I think he is. He ain't that guy.
He's a champion.
He ain't that guy.
Oh, that's not fair.
I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say, man. He's not that. He's a champion. He's not that guy. He is not that guy. He's not. I'm sorry. He's not.
I don't know what that means exactly.
He's not that guy.
Compared to who?
Anybody. Like, when you talk about top players in the league, he doesn't. To me, he just doesn't.
Was he not the best player on the championship team?
No, I think Jaylen Brown won the MVP, didn't he?
Jaylen Brown was better in the playoffs.
Thank you.
He's better, but Jason Tatum's their best player.
Yes.
Arguably.
I mean, Brown was not good this year. Brown took a giant step back. Tatum was by far their best player all regular season, but he has not been good.
Anyway.
He ain't that dude.
Games 1 and 2.
Especially in the clutch.
The Celtics,
I would give him the ball in the clutch.
What the Knicks have done is most impressive because the Pacers have the benefit of the Cavs are injured. Nobody's injured for the Celtics, right?
Porzingis is in and out, but that's it.
Robbie's playing.
Yeah.
He had like 2 points. And then the game before that, he had 0.
The Celtics won a championship without him last year.
Yeah, no, it's 2 different circumstances.
Yeah, this is very different.
The Knicks are beating a relatively healthy.
Yes.
Celtics I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whereas the Cavs have their second and third best player and either their fifth or sixth best player out. So that's a huge difference. Not that Indiana deserves credit, certainly.
Absolutely.
But not as much as Boston.
Let's put the refs behind us then. I'm glad we just all agree. We don't have to spend too much time on the refs.
And here's the thing. To be fair, let me defend Cavs fans a little bit. Every fan base does the same thing. It's not just Cavs fans. Every time you lose a close game in any sport, the fan base is biased. That's why fans here think Joe Buck was rooting for the Cubs. He, of course, was not. But you believe that because you're biased. And Joe Buck got excited about big moments. And it's the same thing with the refs. Like, we always think the refs in sports or the umpires, they're cheating against our team. They're not. You're the one who's biased. But fans of every team can't wrap their heads around that.
Unless the game was like when the Pistons Knicks,
Hardaway,
yes. All right, yes, that's the refs, 100%. Yes, it is.
The refs weren't cheating.
I wouldn't say that, but I'm just saying that I would blame that loss on the referee's terrible call. Like, yes.
I didn't see it, to be honest.
It was
my goodness.
They did not call a foul. They came back and say, we should have called a foul with 0.1 on the clock.
JB lost his mind.
Yeah.
But again, Mike, how many other things along the way?
No, I'm not saying it's their fault, but that's the time we're like, all right, you got a good gripe.
Yeah.
Missed the call.
There are times where officials can directly impact
the Saints. Remember was it the NFC Championship?
Yeah, the pass interference with the Rams.
But those are very rare.
Yes.